Hi everyone, today we will see one of the 5 prerogative writ, which is Mandamus. A writ is an order issued by the Supreme Court as well as High Court for ensuring the rights. For Supreme Court, a writ can be issued only for ensuring the fundamental rights, whereas in case of High Court, it can issue writs for ensuring the other right as well, including fundamental rights. Okay, but the main protector of the fundamental rights and issuer of the right for ensuring the fundamental right is Supreme Court. Okay, it's an exclusive right for Supreme Court. Not exclusive, it can be issued by Supreme Court as well as High Court, but it has more power in case of issuing of fundamental rights. Now we will see what is Mandamus. The word meaning of Mandamus is way command, and it is usually issued by a court. At present, writ can be issued by Supreme Court as well as High Court, but High Court can give this power to other court as well when it decides. Okay, now it has issued or it has given this power to High Court and Supreme Court only. So the court will be issuing Mandamus for against any public body or a corporation or an inferior court, a tribunal or a government for performing the official duties which that particular entity or body has failed to do or refused to perform. So if we are going to an office and we have some papers to get passed, and if everything is okay and still that paper or file is pending in that office, we can go to High Court or Supreme Court for getting that file passed. So if we are going to the Supreme Court because it is a violation of fundamental right, then Supreme Court will issue the Mandamus. Then after that issuer of Mandamus, that public body will have to do or will have to perform that function. That is what does Mandamus mean. If a government body or a tribunal or corporation is refusing to do a particular work or is failed to do a particular work, the court can issue Mandamus for performing that work. Okay, so if once the Mandamus is issued, that particular body or entity or corporation or inferior court will have to do that work. So that is what is the Mandamus means. And I told you which all against which all bodies it can be issued. I will tell you once again. They are public body. Against a public body, Supreme Court can issue Mandamus, and against a corporation, against an inferior court or tribunal or government. So all these are what I named can be against, can be as writ can be, Mandamus can be issued against all these bodies. Then there are some cases against which Mandamus cannot be issued. One is against a private individual. When we studied about habeas corpus, we learned that habeas corpus writ can be issued against both private as well as public body. But in case of Mandamus, this cannot be issued against a private individual. Okay, so against a private individual or body, Mandamus cannot be issued. And also, Mandamus cannot be issued to enforce a department instruction that does not possess statutory force. So if we are issuing a Mandamus against a department, then that should have a statutory force. Okay, so if there is no statutory status for that, then Mandamus cannot be issued against that. Okay, the third one is that when the duty is discretionary and not mandatory. So a body have some duty which is based on the discretion of that body. In that case, we cannot force that body to do that function. If that function is mandatory or that is mandatory to be done that particular office, then court can issue Mandamus for performing that particular function. Then fourth one is that to enforce a contractual obligation. So if that particular work to be done is based on a contract, so in that case also mandamus cannot be issued. Then fifth one is that against the President of India or the state governor. So it is understood a mandamus cannot be issued against the President of India or the state governors, and also against Chief Justice of High Court acting in judicial capacity. So against the President, state governors and Chief Justice of High Court, mandamus cannot be issued. So these all are the areas or situations or entities where court cannot issue mandamus against. So mandamus is a order which can be issued by Supreme Court as well as High Court, and mainly by the Supreme Court in case of ensuring the fundamental rights, mainly against a public body, a corporation, an inferior court, a tribunal or government. 4. Performing or making that body to perform his official duties that he has failed or refused to perform. That's all. Thank you.